Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out at Walker Farm Fam. Where are we? We always get out and go somewhere that's not where we're supposed to be, but we got a new family member today. Who is it?
We are bringing Hercules home. Today is the day.
And you didn't even have to wait till today to find out his name. You're welcome. I had to fight for that.
He did fight really hard.
We
for
were
that one.
so thankful that you did that.
Gary fought really hard.
Gary was so afraid I was going to give it up.
Yeah, honestly, deep down inside, I was like, I kind of hope she does so that I can say it, and then I'm not the bad guy. You wouldn't have been the bad guy, but Shannon likes to play the suspense game. But yeah, we are going to take Herc home today. Actually, we're taking him back to Grandpa Adler Farms.
Yes, we are.
How many channels are we going to hop through today?
We can stop at Chad's on the way home.
Yeah, no, he's not meeting Hercules. Well, hey, this is Walker Farm Fam. If you guys are new here, we did a collab about a month or so ago where we got to meet and pick Hercules. And so he's been here. They've been taking great care of him, and we've just been sitting here kind of talking about the ins and outs of what we're going to do, and hopefully we don't mess it up. So tell us a little bit about you guys, if you don't mind.
Well, we are Walker Farm Fam. We have a 60-acre farm, primarily a cattle farm, but in the process, we've talked Gary into lots of other things. You can probably hear the rooster. We got chickens, we got quail, we got goats and rabbits and alpacas and a pony, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Rabbits?
So,
Did you say
rabbits. So we are just a family farm who shares our adventures on and off the farm and our kids' lives, so that hopefully they have something to go back and watch and memories that they can share with their kids one day.
Yeah. And so we look up to the Walkers a lot because they are clearly much further down the road in their process here of farming or even
More established.
more established, yes. Much more wisdom over here.
You talking about my gray hair?
Well, put that hat back on. I think mine are showing pretty bad today.
His show too. It's okay.
All right.
No, but they've been very gracious to offer information and help, and we can communicate with them anytime, and we just love it out here. So we appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much for taking care of Herc. And kids, you'll see plenty of them in the videos. And one of these days, come up and see them.
Yeah.
Cool
Yeah.
with that?
Well, if Hercules does good, I trained him. If he does bad, Ransom trained him.
Okay, I'll keep
Are
that
you
in
going to
mind.
take that?
He said he won't do bad. You know better than that, don't you?
What did you teach Hercules while he was here?
Me and Daddy put a ball in there, and then we threw it, and then the other puppies, they went to chase the ball.
Or did they play fetch with you?
They tried, didn't they?
Nice. I saw you walking them earlier. Did you teach them how to lead? Attaboy. We appreciate that.
He did his best. Sometimes it was Hercules leading Ransom, and sometimes it was Ransom leading Hercules. But either way, they were getting used to a leash.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
happens.
Yep.
That's big.
So
So
he's grown drastically even since we met him originally.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get him back to Grandpa Adler Farms where Shannon and I are caring for his, what's he call them, critters?
Critters.
I think he
We're
gets some
farm
trophies for that.
sitting.
We're farm sitting. It's been a blast. So Hercules is going to meet Dad's furry family and feathery family, and yeah, we're going to start learning there. So let's jump over there.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, again. Appreciate
you're
it.
you.
welcome.
You're welcome.
We really hope that you guys enjoy him.
I think it's, yeah.
Oh.
They're going to stop. He's just hungry.
He just had a bath, so that's why Kyle was loving all over him. He smells good.
Yeah, I saw the video before the bath, so this is better. All right, well, let's get out of their hair and get this hair off of me.
Let's go meet the boys who you're going to be hanging out with.
Don't mind the pink leash. It's all we had for Nala, so we'll get him his own leash here before too long. But we wanted to see how he does with the goats, and so far the goats are very standoffish. Fox will do a nice little jumping number to try to get away. Herc just had some food, he had some good naps on the way home, but I think he's still exhausted. It was what, about an hour and a half drive?
I think so. I also napped with him.
Yeah, both of you guys are napping in the back seat. Come here, Fox.
And go meet the boys.
You want to meet your pup friend? Come here, Herc. Come on, bud. Hey, this way. Don't take your food. Come on. It's feeding time for the goats, or pretty close to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them some grain and see if that kind of calms them down a bit. Maybe Herc can kind of get a little closer. They're used to Smokey. He looks like a little Smokey to some extent, but you know, he's smelling all the new smells. It's just a day of acclimation.
He says, hey, I've been around goats.
So you're okay with it, aren't you? Yeah. We just gotta make friends, don't we? We're still earning their trust too, so I know it's a little soon for all of us, isn't it? We'll get there. I may have to crate you up at the house tonight though, so you're not down here all by your lonesome.
I am a little bit worried about that. We don't want these guys beating up on you. We're gonna go exploring.
Okay.
Yeah. You see the coonies over there? You don't know what to think about those, do you? Hi, Lola.
What do you think, Fox? You guys keeping an eye on him? What do we think about this new member of the farm? We're snorting a little bit. P-Dub's skeptical, but what isn't P-Dub skeptical of? Fox trusts me more than the other two so far. He'll let me just kind of come up and start loving on him. We definitely got some curious goats here. Huh? You trying to talk to him? I know it. P-Dub, what do you think, bud? You're not loving it. Batman's all sorts of curious. I know it. Don't get mad at one another now. Just be curious. Take a look at them. We can all be friends, can't we?
Nope, leave it.
So it is almost feeding time for these guys. I'm maybe going to go ahead and do it just a little bit early to see if it kind of helps, but they're very skeptical. Hercules is back behind me here with Shannon. So these guys are just on point. What if I gave you guys some grain? Would that help at all? You guys are like 8 times bigger than him. I don't understand the fear, but I understand the caution. I'd probably be the same way if this was my farm and a newbie showed up like that. Okay, well, I'm gonna get you some food, and then maybe that'll help build a little bit of trust. He's not gonna eat your food. Yeah, that's not for you. You already ate up at the house. We already fed you, mister. You ate like a pig, remember? You don't need those goats' food. If you want to make friends, I promise, don't eat their food. I promise, don't eat their food if you want to be friends with them. So Fox and I have built a relationship. He and I have probably spent the most time together, so he trusts me a little bit more. P-Dub likes to follow Fox's lead, and so sometimes if I love on Fox enough, P-Dub will let me start touching him and petting him. Batman's had a bit of an issue since Dad tried to fix that ear and sprayed him in the mouth with whatever that stuff was. So I can only pet him while he's eating, and then he typically bolts. But so far they are nothing but skeptical of Hercules. And Hercules has been around goats out at the Walker farm. You doing good?
He's got to smell everything. Come on, Herc. Herc, we're going to introduce you to your sister. You need more food? Here you go. Hi, Nala. Hi.
That's a good girl.
That's a good girl. Good boy.
We don't need to eat his food. That's puppy food. You don't need that stuff.
Hi.
That's puppy food.
Hi.
This is your brother, Noah. You gotta be nice to him.
You gotta be nice. Yeah. I know. Hey, be nice.
You silly girl.
You just don't like to share attention, do you?
Yeah, I'll get that off. Yeah, there you go.
What do you two think?
Are we already friends or annoyed by each other? What do we think? Well, that's kind of anticlimactic, don't you think?
Yeah. But look, he's gonna follow Nala around.
They're already buddies. Nola likes to give a little whenever you get in her bubble a little too close, especially if she doesn't know you.
Yeah.
She's given a couple of those, but she saw me give him attention. Boy, when I walked in the house, she could smell him.
Was she awake?
Yeah.
Like, had she been at the windows watching us?
No, I opened the garage door, so she was at the.
Hi. Come here.
She's at the interior garage door. Herc, come this way, bud. Come on. That's a good boy. Look how big your feet are, man. Nala, come here. There's a good girl. There's a good girl. Are you doing the doggy handshake butt sniff?
You gonna let him do it to you? Hi, Herc. He's like, I want to do that to you, but you're too tall. No, that's not your food. That's Herc's food. Well, he shares well. Herc, are you gonna let her eat your food? You are. Nala, honey, that's not your food. Hey, leave it. Hey, leave it. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good girl. Herc, this way. Herc, come here. That's a good girl. Good, come here. She's gonna teach you some things, little man. Nala, leave it. Hey. Thank you.
It's good stuff, isn't it? You like that puppy food, don't you? Well, apparently, Mom and Dad have landed at their destination, so I'm giving them an update and making sure I'm doing all right, and so far, so good. All travels went well, and animals are alive and fed, and Herc is here, and doesn't get much better.
We're
than
on the
this.
right track.
Yeah. He's stalking.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yep, you can't watch what Nala's doing. It's kind of
Nope.
inappropriate. Hercules is watching pretty close, though. Sorry, Dad. Your yard's got something in it.
She's just trying to help.
Yeah, it's fertilizer. Some might call it turtleizer. So far, it's been very successful. They've been getting along just fine. Minimal growls. Nala really just wants to eat his food and kind of chase him in and out of the garage and up the driveway. Trying to get him acclimated as best we can. Shannon's getting a little more water for him.
All right, come on, pups.
This way, Herc. Hey, come on, buddy.
Come on.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Come get a drink with your sister.
There you go.
Let him have a drink, Nala. Be nice. That's a good girl. Hey, you gotta teach your brother how to be as good as you, okay? Just not domesticated, preferably. She's nudging him down the driveway.
I know, buddy. I know.
Come on, dude. Let's get some more
Come on,
water.
let's go get some water. This way. Come on. Come on. Come here, Herc. No, you come over here. Herc, get some water.
Be nice,
Hey,
little
be
Augie.
nice. Let him have some water.
Here, Herc. Hey. Nala knows all these commands, so she's just bouncing around like, what do I do? Am I doing this right? Yeah, yes, you are. She's curious as to why he's not listening.
Nala, this way.
Come on.
This way. Come on.
Good girl.
Come on.
You're killing it.
Come on. This is a good ride. You let him sniff you. That's a good girl.
Yeah.
Herc, why don't you get some water?
There you go. That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Oh, this is your
Nala.
new brother. That's a good girl. Yes, ma'am.
The fact that they can be close to one another, because you know how Nala is when she's eating.
Oh, I know.
You don't go anywhere near Nala when she's eating. I'll have to show you that one time. I've tested her. She doesn't bite, but boy, she'll scare you off. I can promise you that. She likes her food. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah, I know it. I know it. We're getting along so well. Yeah, overall, very successful. The goats, again, we're very skeptical. I think you saw that just a minute ago. So we're gonna have to ease into that one a little bit. I think because of it, Fox and PETA both were a little more receptive to me. They let me just walk right up and pet him. Batman even let me get a little bit closer as long as I didn't lunge at him. We're still breaking him down. What's that about?
Are you showing him the ropes? Nala, are you showing him the ropes?
You giving him the full tour? She weighs about 83-ish pounds, I think. Last we weighed her at the vet, she may be a couple different pounds variance.
Maybe around 85.
He's bigger. He's drastically bigger than he was when we first met him. Xena, his sister, what'd they say? She's
almost 100.
She's almost 100. He's got bigger feet. He looks like he's gonna be stockier. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thanks.
He looks like he's gonna be a little bit stockier. He's got bigger feet, a little bit bigger bone structure, but maybe not quite as tall. He's kind of a low, broad rider. There's like a bee hovering behind me. We're just gonna play tag and run around and get to know each other. I have no complaints.
Nala, how many times do you need to sniff his butt?
I know, and the funny thing is she won't let him sniff it back.
I know.
It's a one-way sniff. Oh, there it is. Just in case something changed. You got him back up here, didn't you? Thank you. Good girl. I know, good girl. You did great. You did great.
Nala, did you get a stick? Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Did you see what she was doing when they were going too far? I called her, tried to call them both back. She stopped and started coming back because she knows what to do. But then she looked back at me and she realized I was talking to him. So she turns back to him and I said, go get him. She went down there and herded him back up here and kind of growled and said, hey, we got to go this way.
That's a good girl.
Then she grabbed the stick and said, follow me with the stick, and he came right back.
That's a good girl. Good boy. Nala Bear, come here.
Nala hasn't rolled over like this in a few years. Hey, leave it. Good, leave it. Good girl. I think he's just showing off because there's an old egg right here that I think Grandpa dropped. And so he's trying to distract me with his cuteness so that I'll leave him alone and then he can get in there and eat it. But that's not going to happen, is it? That's not going to happen, huh? Yeah.
I love the spots on his belly.
Yeah, he's pretty handsome, man. Nala does too, doesn't she? Do you approve, Nala Bear? Yeah. Are you stuck upside down now? No, you're just milking it, aren't you?
Nala, I think you're going to be able to teach him a lot of things.
We had some rain out at the walkers the whole time we were there, and probably what, 2/3 of the trip on
I'd
the
say
way.
most of the way there even.
But we missed the boat here. The wind is picking up a bit. I know Dad would really love to have some rain, as would I. But the wind's picking up, temperature's dropping a little bit, but the sun still kind of keeps coming and going. And I haven't looked at the forecast yet, so I'm not sure.
Somebody's sticking his feet in the water. We hear he likes water. He might need his own little pool.
So this is where Mom and Dad's greenhouse is. This is their little pen where Libby, whenever she's over here, she can come out and go to the bathroom and they can just let her out and hang for a while, as does Nala. But the dogs scared the goats yesterday. So the first introduction, it was okay. Nobody was hurting anybody, but the goats were in hiding and very skeptical. So we kept Herc up here last night. He did a great job. He stayed up on the porch. We checked on him most of the night. I might have lost a little sleep making sure he was happy and not getting loose.
Kyle checked on him every hour, literally. Every single hour he was out there with his flashlight shining it down to see how he was doing.
I might have slept on the couch so I could be close to the door so I could talk to him. Shannon came out this morning. He's like, "Were you gonna sleep out here?" I was like, yeah. That's what I do, yeah.
What do you think, Nala? You watching him?
Well, that was fun. Wouldn't you say?
That was eventful for sure.
I might have a fence over there to repair before Mom and Dad get back from vacation. He'll be understanding. I think it'll be okay. Sorry, Dad. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
get it fixed before you get home and you won't even know.
We really didn't expect them to just lunge themselves at the fence like that.
Well, I couldn't carry the pen by myself, and Shannon, I had her back there with Hercules waiting. So I decided, ignorantly, to take one of the goats out, leave the other one. They're twins, they're brothers. And I carried the one back there, the white one, which is, we'll give you names here in a little bit if Shannon lets me.
Yeah,
We
I
have
said
to
once
now.
we got him, we give him names.
Yeah, no, but we put him back there and he just went nuts, running around that pen, slamming into the fences, like just seeing what he could fit through. And they're still trying to stick their head through this welded wire. I don't know. But anyway, Nala was out there too, and poor Nala, she likes to chase animals and she likes to corral them and push them into places. Hercules, as you can tell, he's already ready to do his job. He's not messing with them at all. They've been within, what, 6, 7, 8 feet of each other?
Oh, yeah.
But we are in Dad's pen. His goats are, I don't know, 50, 60 yards that way. And I think Fox or Batman, I can't tell who it is from here, is kind of spying on us to see what's going on. But this has been a learning experience. It's been great. But yeah, I've been feeding the animals. We'll give you a full dedicated video on that. But today was goat day, our goats. We got Herc yesterday, got him here, had a good night with him. He did a great job. But today we went and got the goats. For first interaction with our own goats at our responsibility. We're in love, except one of them, we got a little fence repair to do over there on the other side of their house.
Yeah, he went a little bit crazy.
But
I
they've
wasn't
calmed
expecting
down.
that.
Yeah, we put Nala up and that helped a ton. She's standing on the other side of the fence trying to chase them. She doesn't know what to think. So we're gonna have to let them get used to the area, each other, and Hercules. And then we'll see about introducing Nala. I introduced her to Dad's goats yesterday, and she went over there and she wanted to play so bad, but those goats were not having it. They just got up in their shelter and were looking at her like, "You're crazy." And Fox got a little brave and was gonna run her off. But so far so good. We're giving it a go. I don't know any other way to do it. You just gotta start out and
Trial and error.
trial and error. Eventually we're gonna see if we can get these over closer to those goats. We're almost at afternoon feeding time. So of course all the animals are watching us pretty closely. We've got about a half hour or so based on when I fed them this morning. The chickens aren't talking too much, and the coonies don't know we're up here yet, or else we'd be hearing them squeal like pigs. That's weird.
That's ironic.
That's ironic. But let's go check them out. Wanna go
Okay.
take a look at them?
Yeah.
Herc, come here, bud. These guys are eating the down leaves as well. My dad has talked about how his goats have been starting to eat the down leaves in this new area that he opened up for them, and that's where we're at right now. Is houses right back there. This is that area that I cleared with the skid steer and kind of leveled out. But they're just walking around, already starting to forage, which I think they were part grain, part green hay, where they came from. So they're not
have
used
anywhere to really forage.
Yeah, they didn't have anywhere to forage, but the folks that had them had tons of greenery around the property, and they would regularly, daily, bring them fresh cut stuff and let them eat that. So they should be good with foraging. We're already
They're figuring it out.
Already eating some thorns down here, so you're welcome, Grandpa. And then there's Hercules just chilling. He's not harassing them. He's not giving them a hard time. They're already a little more comfortable with him than with Nala, because he is way less rambunctious, but he's checking the place out. We have not gone over by Dad's goats yet, because...
Because what?
I don't know. Why haven't we taken them over there yet?
I'm afraid they're going to attack them.
Yeah. Well, and I want them to be comfortable in this space before we go introducing more. Like, this is the calmest they've been.
I think our problem was separating them. I think we should have tried to just keep them together the whole time, but lesson learned.
I was on get the goat duty, and she was on watch the dog duty. And so I got around there looking at the crate, and I was like, I can't pick the thing up. It's too big. A little too heavy by myself.
So instead of asking me for help, what's he do?
I took one out.
He does it all on his own.
Carried the other. They don't do well separating from each other.
They've never been apart.
They've never been apart. I remember when they banded the one, just taking one of them out of their pen caused them to go off like an alarm. Like they just wanted to be back together. So I should have thought about that. They didn't whine when I took them apart. It's just when I sat the white one down by himself, he was not pleased, didn't know what to do. But look, they're being goaty goats. Exactly what we need. You guys are doing great.
We just had to make them realize they weren't going to be apart.
And then there's the guard dog.
He's killing it.
He's awesome. He is a lover, let me tell you. If you got belly scratches to give, you will be his best friend.
Yeah, he loves belly scratches.
Hey, you don't have to eat that stuff. The goats will do that. You eat that food we put in that bowl for you. There you go, Goof Troop. What do you think?
Funny. Well, I feel better now that they're at least in here together. I do feel really bad about your dad's fence, though.
We just won't tell him.
Okay.
I'll fix it. If not,
we'll have it fixed before they come home.
You'll fix it. I'm just kidding, sort of. I'll help you fix it. You just tell me what I have to do, or buy, or where I need to go. They're being goaty. They're doing what they're supposed to do. This makes me very happy. Can't wait to put them out on Goatville.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of fun out there.
This is awesome.
A lot to forage on.
You can hang with him for a minute while we get it going. And then he'll be sad to see you. Oh my goodness.
He's a mess, huh?
Yeah.
Look how much he just loves attention, though.
I love it.
It's so cute.
This is my buddy. He really likes to eat my beard.
Yeah, he was trying to eat my braid earlier.
He's teething a little bit. We got him some bones specifically for teething that kind of graduate as he progresses through his teething. I don't know. I thought about doing some training today, but I'm wondering if this may be enough because he's still in that puppy phase where he plays, sleeps, plays, sleeps, plays, sleeps.
Oh, look at that.
And wants his belly rubs. In the dirt, in the mud.
He says, I'm an outside dog. I don't care.
Yeah, we don't either. You won't be going in. He's such a good boy.
He really is.
Gary and Cassie and the kids, you guys did awesome. He's got a big old heart, and this morning I heard him out there making a little bit of commotion. He was trying to get into his food container, and so I went out to feed him. He just got right between my feet, and he said, nah, it's not food I want, it's your attention. So I stayed out there with him for I don't even know how long. Kept kind of working on him a little bit and putting his teething bone in his mouth so he wasn't chewing on my knuckles. Or, there you go, sticks. Those are teething bones. He's built for this. I mean, the pen is where he wants to be back here. He loves being with these goats. They're already taken to him pretty well. He doesn't try to run them off. If they start going toward him, he turns and walks. And so they'll follow him. As opposed to Nala, who squares up with him and is like, hey, we're gonna play. And so she freaks him out and they take off running. But the moment we took Nala inside, he's here, they're maybe 15 feet away. They're not even watching him, not even concerned with him. They already trust him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm feeling very good about this. Hercules, would you like to meet your brothers and get to know their names? Yeah? What do you think, Shannon?
I think it's time.
Think it's time our viewers know their names too?
Absolutely. They're here.
Okay, so the white one we banded, whereas his brother is not. And we're thinking about breeding him down the road. Maybe try to get him a nanny, a little bit older of a nanny before then. Not necessarily dedicated for breeding. I mean, they do what they want. But have the 2 males, have a nanny that kind of gives a little goat leadership.
Kind of shows them the ropes.
Yeah, but their names. The white one who has been banded, we're gonna name him Luigi. And then his brother, that's Mario. We got Mario and Luigi. We're so creative.
So basically we have the princess inside,
Yep.
and now we have Mario and Luigi.
Yep.
That's where it came from.
Mario, Luigi, Boss Man Hercules. Shannon and I might like to play old school Mario and Mario Kart from time to time, you know.
Nothing
So-
wrong with playing some video games every now and then.
No, it's retro to us. We enjoy it. That's what we grew up on. And because these guys are twin brothers and one of them's gonna be taller than the other, we just thought how fitting Mario and Luigi.
Yep.
And the one that we banded, that's Luigi, because everybody knows Mario's the superstar. Sorry, Luigi.
Are you chewing on rocks down here?
He's teething, Mama.
What are you doing? Hey.
It's okay. It's his baby teeth. He's teething, and that feels good on his gums like a weirdo. I love that you're not even bothered by the goats. You're just already cool with them.
I love this wrinkly face. He has some skin to grow into.
Yeah. I think he'll do plenty of that. So out at our place, we're gonna want them to clear. We want them to do as much foraging as they can. Once I get that electrified, we're gonna get them used to the pen first without letting them out into Goatville, and I'll probably just feed them hay and cut some stuff down for them. But we're gonna strategically use a very little bit of grain, just as kind of a treat, if you will, and also a little bit of substance in their diet. But that way they learn to come to us when it's grain time, or if they're out in Goatville and we want to bring them up for the night to keep them safe, we can use that grain and kind of coax them up there a little bit, and it's something good for them. Plus I do want them to get, a little beefier, or I guess they don't turn into beef, do they? You know what I mean. I want them to have a little
more stout.
little stout. I want them to be able to take care of themselves because we have so much wildlife out there. And of course, this guy, hopefully he's gonna get up pretty big and he's gonna take care of all that. But yeah, we primarily, I want them to know, hey, we forage, this is what we do. It's kind of like what Dad's going through. He was giving them a lot more grain because he didn't have all this open to them. And now that he's done this, they've added to their diet. So we're cutting back on the grain. We will have a dedicated video for that. I know you guys wanna see that. Unfortunately, today it rained. We did put a reel out there on Instagram and Facebook of the very first feeding I did. That was an afternoon feeding. The #1 comment we've gotten is, I hope you lifted those water bowls and looked for bugs, or you told me to go do it. I did, but those typically don't have bugs under them in the afternoon because Dad had already done it in the morning. I still went ahead and checked for them, but there was nothing there. So I do that every time because, Dad and I, how many times have we checked in with one another since he's been on vacation about it?
I can't even tell you.
Yeah, we enjoy it. I
Well,
think,
the other thing is, too, they're expecting you to sing and dance to them.
yeah. You're gonna bring that up?
Telling you the comments that I read.
When you're not out there with me and you're not recording, you don't know what's happening.
That's true.
I can tell you right now, those pigs, they get you. Them and then the Goof Troop goats. Yeah, so there's a lot of talking going on. The chickens, I don't know, man. They are. I don't know if I can sing in front of them yet, because right now they're getting real good at being close to me, and I'm afraid if I sing or dance, then they're gone again. No, I don't know. This has been a blast. This has been an amazing experience. In fact, we were bringing the goats down the road, and I was telling Shannon, like, can you believe, pointing over here at the farm, I was like, can you believe we are responsible for that right now? Like,
Yeah.
their well-being is dependent upon us, and my dad's sanity and enjoyment on his vacation is also dependent upon us doing a good job. We're killing it. We're embracing it. This is so much fun. Been a great learning experience. And now we got Cerrone. Next step, introduce them to the big goats, who are still very skeptical over there, just kind of watching us from a distance. So I want them to know, obviously, we're not here with malicious intent, and then we'll kind of try to see if we can't corral them over there a little bit. I'd love to be able to leave them out here and not have to section them off, but if we do, then I think Dad's got some panels and some wire over there, and we can just make them their own little section and keep them separate. Come on. Come here. We've got some feeders on the way, but just to get you a little closer down here, we're gonna put this on the ground. I know it's not kosher, but they said Mario, which is the one with the stripe, they said he's a little bit better with people than Luigi. Like, he likes to have his horns scratched and top of his head and all that, but in due time, I hope they're both going to be
They
totally
probably just
good
need
with
to
it.
get used to us.
P-Dub keeps poking his head out of the shelter to take a look at us.
Where you going, boys? They are sticking together.
Good.
Hey, look.
They're like, that is one big goat.
Yeah.
Their dad, Cowboy, he's about a 70, 75 pounder. His frame is maybe about as big as Batman's, but not as thick. He's tall and he's kind of muscular, but Batman's definitely meatier for sure.
Oh, yeah.
They're already growing a little closer to Hercules. They're feeling some level of comfort.
They're over here eating the hay. That's great. Did you find a buddy over there?
He loves these belly scratches, man. He loves them. He's been out here for just a little bit. We're about to go back down and feed the animals for the afternoon feeding. I got a little bit later of a start today, so giving him just a little bit more time. And Herc is gonna go help me.
He's
Guys,
a good helper, isn't he?
It has been a loaded couple past days, but it's been great. We have had, I don't even know, I spent hours down there with the animals, Herc, everybody. And we've had a blast. This has honestly been kind of like another vacation for us.
Well, just run right into me, why don't you?
Herc knows it's about time.
Crazy.
He knows it's about time to go to work. Yeah, look at you. He loves that attention, doesn't he?
He does. He's a ham.
Yes, he is.
You're a ham. Yes, you are. So as you can imagine, it's been a very hectic and chaotic last few days.
But it's been fun. It's been
It has
great.
been.
We've been enjoying it. This is long term. This is what we want our lives to be like, and this is kind of like one of the nicest Airbnbs we've ever been in. So, Mom and Dad, if you guys want to, stay out on vacation a little bit longer,
We'll take care of your place for you.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, there is so much more that we want to show you. I will take you down and we will feed the animals together, and you will see Herc interacting with everybody. You'll see me interacting with everybody. But we've just had a very loaded couple days.
Yes.
So as you can imagine, we could only fit in filming as much as we could because it requires our attention quite closely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But garden is Shannon. So if the garden fails, that one's on her. All the fault on her. Animals are me. That's not true. Hey, I know this one was a little bit long-winded, guys, but honestly, we could have put together like a 12-hour video because we've just been doing that much with the animals, and that's all we've been doing. But it has been a blast. It's been a great learning experience. We are very, very pleased and happy that Mom and Dad have let us borrow their house while they're gone. It doesn't feel like a chore whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thanks for coming along.
Thanks for coming along. Like, comment, subscribe, member up, hugs, kisses, love. Y'all are the best. Comment down below. We appreciate hearing from you. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Do you need some attention too? Do you need some attention too?